Invis is everything braces isn't. Eating the food you love, life uninterrupted. Invisalign.
Adobe helps us bring you stories of top athletes performing at their peak each week.
Aubrey, tonight we meet a softball pitcher who won a CCS title as a sophomore. Now going into her senior season, Bajan gives much of the credit to her success to her longtime coach. The last championships for softball in the CCS were held in the spring of 2019. In the Division II final game, an upstart group of young Pioneer Mustangs shocked the world, winning the D2 title. On the mound was sophomore Bajan, striking out 12 and giving up just 2 hits to lead her 5th-seeded team to the title. Not a bad way to end your sophomore year.
Yes, the best you could hope for.
Madi and her team was looking forward to defending their title, but all spring sports were canceled when the coronavirus hit.
It was very sad, especially hearing after our last game, we heard that Los Gatos got their season canceled. So we were like, if this is our last game, that's a horrible way to end. But after we figured it out, we gave a seniors their senior night and then tried to send them off as best as we could. With this situation.
Madi spent her time working on her game. That meant spending lots of time with her pitching coach, George Sylvie. Madi has learned from George for the past 8 years.
It's really different because a lot of my other teammates, they have tons of pitching coaches. They're oh, we hop from one to another, but it's really special to have a bond with your pitching coach. Especially growing up, and he teaches me a lot of life lessons too. That was his big thing. If softball doesn't work out, then you'll be set with good life skills.
George is a veteran.
I've been coaching high school ball for 34 years. I had 10 years onto that with baseball, so 45 years altogether.
At 74 years old, George is retired from a job where he worked from 4 to 10:30 every morning so he could have time to do what he loves, coaching young people.
Love the aspect of making the kids have better lives. They learn structure, accountability, discipline, all the virtues they're going to need to succeed in life.
You might have noticed there was nothing in there about fastballs and changeups.
A big thing was respect towards my parents. So if my mom was ever carrying my bag, he would tell her to put it down and I would have to run over and pick it up. Just respect, little things like that was his big things.
And that is how these two built their relationship. A young Madi soaking in all the lessons Coach George had to offer. In return, Madi dedicated herself to hard work.
Oh, that's a big one. If he had a student that was just practicing every once a week, and then they just practiced with him, he would stop giving them lessons, because he always wanted someone that wanted to work instead of their parents making them come.
The coach went through a scare 2 years ago, diagnosed with lymphoma. He's recovering now, but it made Madi appreciate him even more.
He went through some medical issues, and we had a really hard time trying to deal with that, because we were if he's gone, I don't know what I would do. So yeah, it's just over the years we kind of just got to know each other, and our families just bonded. Yeah.
Now this pitcher and coach are like family. It's a relationship built on years of trust and mutual respect. George and his wife travel with Madi's parents to see her play. For the coach, seeing his player grow and succeed is an incredible reward.
It's amazing to watch the growth of for instance, Madi, from being, I'm going to guess, 9 or 10 to 7 years later turned into a woman. Very open-minded. I love that about her. Very focused. And I know she's going to do well in life because she's extremely structured. To achieve what Madi's achieved, you've got to learn structure in life. And again, that's one of the attributes I love about coaching and teaching.
It means a lot to me because I know a lot of people who don't have such strong relationships, and I don't really see how I could have a pitching coach relationship with anybody else, because what he's taught me, not just softball, but in life, is just, I can't explain how I would do it with somebody else.
As Madi heads into her season, she looks forward to playing college ball at Chico State. She looks back fondly on her days as a young girl being coached by this caring man, and then as a high school player celebrating a championship with her teammates, largely because of her dedicated coach. Madi has some advice for today's up-and-coming young players.
Find somebody that you can see yourself like sticking with, instead of like going to a place and say, hey, like I'm gonna go for like 3 lessons and see how it works out, and then find somebody that you can really relate to instead of just having like a strictly coach-student like relationship.
For the coach, it's all about developing players, making a difference in someone's life.
You know, you sure hope so. You know, the thing I keep, and I have hundreds of them, letters that kids that were graduating sent me and told me not only did I get something out of softball, but I learned more about life lessons, and that's what I try to instill in all my kids are life lessons.
The coach plans more road trips to see Madi play at the next level. Until then, one last high school season awaits Madi Bajan, which means more work with the coach who has seen her grow up into the player and person she is today. Mari is very excited for this season and a chance for Pioneer to win another section title. She knows George will be there rooting for her in the stands, of course, with both their families and everybody.
Gosh, that picture of them together when she was 9, unbelievable. Love it.
So cute, and such a great relationship. They're both very lucky to have each other.
Great.